Coming up on First at 4, it was a busy night and morning for state and county road crews after the mountains were covered in several inches of snow. And that snow is now making its way up the eastern seaboard, where it's causing more problems for a lot more Americans.
Temperatures absolutely frigid this afternoon, and more on the way for tonight, but milder conditions, are they on the way? I'll have the details coming up. First at 4 is next.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News First at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Steve Hensley. First at 4, it was certainly a busy night and morning for state and county road crews as they work to keep the roads clear of snow. WYMT's Dakota Makris is at the Perry County Maintenance Garage with the latest on road conditions.
Roads are clearing all throughout the county, especially major highways. I left my house around 1:30 this morning to head into work. Back roads I drove on were covered with snow, but highways like 15 were mostly clear but were slushy in spots. The same can be said as the day progresses. Perry County Judge Executive Scott Alexander tells me he has been working to clear roads since 4 o'clock this morning, saying they are not having a hard time clearing the roads.
We'll be out all day scraping, getting as much off as we can, and then after that, we'll continue to put salt down tonight. But we see with the temperatures tomorrow that it's going to warm up, so we ask that you remain home and safe if at all possible.
The judge executive says drivers need to prepare for icy spots, saying not to hit your brakes, saying just to let off the gas so you do not spin. In Perry County, Dakota Makris, WYMT Mountain News.
Because of the snowstorm, county crews expected to use more than 100 tons of salt. With many schools and even some businesses closed and many people stuck at home, Eastern Kentuckians were seen enjoying some fun snow-related activities in the mountains today. Here in Perry County, people were building snowmen in their backyards, sledding behind Hazard Community and Technical College, and snowball fighting at Perry County Park.
I haven't seen it snow like this in a while, and there in December I was really worried that we were going to get like no snow, but thankfully it seems to be letting up and we're getting really good snow days, and it's consistently snowing, so I really enjoy that.
Many people felt the roads were safe enough to come out and enjoy the weather. WYMT's Chas Jenkins will have more coming up at 6.
It has been a dry enough day out there today where we could actually help get some of those roads cleared off going through the rest of the daytime hours today and into the night tonight. The only issue, not for more snow on the way, but the bitterly cold temperatures we have on the way for the rest of tonight and even into early tomorrow. Out there right now, you see they finally got those walkways up to the building there from the runway cleared off at London Corbin Airport, getting the last of the runway. Still some slick spots on there. Sitting, by the way, at 18 degrees. Buffalo Mountain here in Perry County, plenty of snow on the way up to our transmitter up there, but plenty of sunshine as well. 19 degrees right now. The sun just coming out in the last little bit. You see, as you head down to the Cumberland Valley, they're a little bit warmer into the low to mid, or in the mid to upper 20s. But a lot of us are staying put in the mid and upper teens this afternoon. A very chilly one around there indeed. A few flurries trying to move through portions of the Big Sandy, but for the most part, our snow chances are over with. There's some of those reports from yesterday. Nearly 6, 7, 8 inches of snow in many spots, and we'll continue to watch some of those reports, some of those delayed reports come in. The last of those clouds moving on out. We'll get a nice break as we head into tonight, so keep that WYMT weather app handy, because we will be dealing with some very chilly temperatures tonight. You see, we haven't even made those mid-20s yet, so a lot of us are going to be falling into the teens as we head into the overnight under clear skies. We do have some big changes, though, on the way, and I'll detail those coming up in just a few minutes. Steve?
All right, Evan, thank you. The winter storm that hit Kentucky is now moving up the East Coast, affecting more than 50 million people. The snow reached New York City overnight, coating roads and highways after moving up the eastern seaboard. The storm is expected to cause big problems for New England throughout the evening. CBS's Errol Barnett is at Washington's Reagan National Airport.
This is the scene some 85 miles southwest of Lexington, Kentucky. As many as 30 cars and big rigs stranded and backed up for miles after a dozen or more vehicles were involved in a pileup on the Western Kentucky Parkway. Lexington saw snowfall of almost 10 inches Thursday. Nearby Interstate 75 was also shut down by the fast-falling snow, leaving motorists stranded for hours.
I'm a diabetic. I have no food in my car. I do have some water.
In Tennessee, Nashville saw nearly whiteout conditions Thursday with more than half a foot of snow. With the storm headed to the northeast, crews in Virginia were seen salting Interstate 95, hoping to avoid the massive tie-up that snarled traffic for hours just 3 days ago. Snow-covered roads are proving dangerous across the country. In Wisconsin, 2 firefighters responding to a crash were killed when their vehicle was hit by a semi-truck. And in Wyoming, a state trooper was nearly hit by a car that apparently lost control. Meanwhile, in Michigan, the snow and freezing conditions are causing vehicles like this big rig to slide off the road. Heavy snow shut down another interstate in Colorado, stranding tourists at this ski resort.
I'm stuck right here right now. We don't see snow like this in Texas for sure.
Now, power outages have also been widespread. Here in Virginia, there are some 60,000 power customers who are still without electricity, and this would be the 5th day in a row. That's incredibly dangerous. Officials are also saying if you're heading out onto the roads in the northeast, just be careful as you drive, and of course, check on your loved ones if they are in this system's path. Errol Barnett, CBS News at Reagan National Airport.
First week of 2022 has certainly been a rough one for many across the country. The Supreme Court heard arguments this morning on 2 challenges to the Biden administration's vaccine and testing mandates. Conservative groups are challenging the rules, saying these mandates could leave a huge mark on the American economy, which already struggles with supply chain issues and a failure to draw in new employees. But some justices worry about the impact a reversal could have on public health.
The short version is as soon as businesses have to put out their plans and this takes effect, workers will quit.
I would find it, unbelievable that it could be in the public interest to suddenly stop these vaccinations.
The arguments come as the Omicron variant is sweeping the country, leading to record numbers of new COVID cases each day. Fully vaccinated people do not have to wait as long now to get their Moderna booster shot. Friday, the FDA amended its emergency use authorization for the COVID-19 vaccine. It says those at least 18 years old can receive a booster 5 months after their second vaccination. It was previously at least 6 months. Health officials have been promoting vaccines and boosters as a way to combat the recent uptick in cases of the Omicron COVID-19 variant. The FDA already shortened the time between doses of the Pfizer vaccine. West Virginia's governor wants people in his state who qualify to have access to a second COVID booster. Governor Jim Justice says he is following protocol from Israel, where a study found a 4th dose of the Pfizer vaccine can raise antibodies 5-fold a week after getting it. Israel has authorized a 4th dose for healthcare workers and people 60 and older. Justice wants the shot for essential workers and people 50 and older starting 4 months after they received boosters. Buyer beware, because scammers have found a new target: COVID test kits. The Federal Trade Commission warns scammers are selling fake kits online. The FTC says if you are unsure if the test you are purchasing is approved, check the FDA's list of authorized products. Among the brands on its list, Illume, Binax Now, and QuickView. Government officials also say research vendors by searching the name of the company along with keywords like scam, complaint, or review. A new OnePoll survey shows that money is on a lot of people's minds these days. More specifically, the survey found the average American worries about their finances 6 times a day.